everyone, welcome back to the Storytime family. How are you today? Have you had your lunch or your dinner? Are you ready to settle down with a book? Today we have a book called Papa Penguin by Lindsay and Momoko Abe. Let's have a look, shall we? Papa Penguin. At bedtime, Sam feels a bit sad. His dad isn't home yet, so he won't be able to tell Sam a story. Sam's dad is brilliant at telling stories. He makes them up himself. Sam's favorites are about dinosaurs with superpowers. But tonight, Sam's dad is late, so no made-up story for Sam. Just as he climbs into bed, Sam hears something. He hears the front door opening and big, heavy feet pounding up the stairs, 2 at a time. "Phew," says Sam's dad, bursting into the room. "Just made it in time." Says Sam quietly. "What's up?" asks his dad, sitting down on the bed. "Are you okay?" "Yes," says Sam. "Then why the long face?" "I thought you weren't going to be home in time to tell me a story." "But I am," says Sam's dad. "So there's no need to look sad." "Nah," says Sam, but he still sounds a bit sad. "No," says Sam, but he still looks... "No," says Sam, but he still sounds a bit sad. "I know what will cheer you up," says his dad. "A story about Captain Triceratops." "No," says Sam, "not today. I want a different story." Sam's dad looks surprised. "Okay, what about?" "You decide," says Sam. His dad thinks for a moment, rubbing his chin. "All right," he says, "I'm going to tell you a story about a penguin." "Did the penguin have any superpowers?" asks Sam. "No," says his dad. "Or was he a champion at anything?" "No, he was just an ordinary penguin. An ordinary daddy penguin. Papa penguin." "Well, what did he do?" asked Sam. "He must have done something, or there wouldn't be a proper story." "Yes," says Sam's dad. "He did do something. Something amazing." "Shall I tell you what it was?" "Okay," says Sam, snuggling down and closing his eyes. "Well, this Papa penguin had an egg." "Did he lay the egg?" asked Sam, opening his eyes again. Sam's dad laughs. "That would be amazing." "No, it was the mummy penguin who did that. But as soon as she'd laid the egg, she went off to sea to find some fish to eat. So she left the egg with the daddy penguin to look after her?" "That's right," says Sam's dad. "And do you know what he did with it?" "No, what?" "He balanced it on top of his feet so that it wouldn't get too cold on the ice." Now Sam laughs. But how could Papa Penguin walk if he had an egg balanced on his feet? He couldn't. He could hardly move at all. All he could do was stand there and try his best to keep the egg warm so that the penguin chick inside would hatch out safely. "But what did he have to eat?" says Sam. "Did the mummy penguin come back with some fish?" "No," says Sam's dad. "She was away at sea for weeks and weeks. So the daddy penguin got very hungry. Very, very hungry indeed. And very, very cold too. Poor Papa Penguin." "Did anyone help him look after the egg?" says Sam. "No," says his dad. "He didn't need any help. It was his egg, so it was his job to look after it." "So what happened then?" says Sam. "Nothing," says his dad. "Nothing?" says Sam. Something must have happened. Did aliens land on the ice? No, says his dad. No aliens. Papa Penguin just stood there with the egg balanced on his feet, trying his best to keep the chick inside warm and safe, while the ice blizzards blew and blew, harder and harder, colder and colder. And then what happened? Says Sam, yawning sleepily. Still nothing. Papa Penguin just went on standing there in the freezing winds, day after day, night after night, for weeks and weeks, hardly moving at all, and getting hungrier and hungrier, until at last the egg hatched, and he saw his chick. Isn't that the cutest thing? Sam can hardly keep his eyes open. Was the chick magical? Could it fly faster than a supersonic jet? No, penguins can't fly. It was just an ordinary penguin chick, all covered in fluff. Was it a boy or girl? Asked Sam. It was a boy. A beautiful baby boy chick. And then what happened? Says Sam. But his voice sounds muffled and far away. And then the mummy penguin came back, says Sam's dad. And it was the hungry daddy penguin's turn to swim out to sea and catch some fish. But of course he came back as soon as he could, because Papa Penguin loved his beautiful boy chick. Sam doesn't say anything at all. Can you guess why? Night night, whispers his dad, pulling up Sam's quilt to keep him warm. But Sam isn't quite asleep yet. Dad, he murmurs into his pillow, will you tell me about Papa Penguin and his boy again tomorrow? Of course I will, says his dad. I promise. And that was Papa Penguin. Wasn't that just the cutest story ever? I love it. If you like a copy of this very, very cute book, the links to purchase it are in our description below. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe for more stories like this. Give us a like and leave us a comment. Tell us about your Papa Penguin. Till then, thanks for dropping by. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Spike, the Penguin with Rainbow Hair, by Sarah Cullen and Carmen Ellis, and illustrated by Zuzana Swobodova. Let's check it out. Spike, the Penguin with Rainbow Hair. Two penguins watched on as their egg gave a shake. It wiggled and wobbled and started to break. Then out came a baby so cute and so small. 'Twas love at first sight for this little furball. Soon all of the penguins came over to stare, for this little penguin had colorful hair. Just what shall we call him? What name do you like? With a mohawk like this one, his name should be Spike. They both loved his mohawk. It made them feel proud. Poor Spike, though, preferred to blend in with the crowd. When all eyes were on him, his tongue tied in fear. He started to wish it would disappear. Spike went on a mission to find a nice shell. I think with a shell I could hide my hair well. He jumped in the sea for a quick look around and picked up a beautiful shell from the ground. He loved his new hat, which he matched with a bow, but the shell was so heavy he sank in the snow. Feeling discouraged, he wailed with a pout. I want to blend in, but I keep standing out. With a sigh and a groan, he was trying to think. Perhaps I could dye my bright hair with squid ink. The squid ink might help me turn my hair black. Then I would look like I'm part of the pack. He jumped in the sea in pursuit of a squid, so desperate to find one, and finally he did. In the blink of an eye, the new job was complete. He liked his new style, and he thought it looked neat. Oh, what a surprise. It was just as he had feared. When he came to the surface, it all disappeared. He felt so alone, and he started to shout, "I want to blend in, but I keep standing out." Poor Spike was so sad he cried out in despair. He thought to himself, "I will cut off my hair." Oh, what a relief that his dream would be real, as all he would need was a talented seal. A seal's teeth are pointy and sharper than shears. His head will be bald just as those of his peers. He knew of a seal that had sharp, pointy fangs and proceeded to ask him to cut off his bangs. "So what shall it be, a nice bob or a perm?" "No, cut it all off," he said, sounding firm. That night he slept well in his cute penguin shack, but the very next morning his hair had grown back. Sad and defeated, he went to his friends, so sick and so tired of hitting dead ends. "What in the world can I do with these tresses? Does anyone know? Have you got any guesses? Don't you see that you have it all wrong? This is the way that we've felt all along. We love you so much and don't want you to change. Your hair is amazing. To us, it's not strange." He looked in the mirror and all became clear. His beautiful tresses were nothing to fear. Spike finally saw his own self through their eyes. He no longer wanted to be in disguise. Strutting his stuff with a heart full of pride, he realized now he had nothing to hide. Spike embraced life and he wanted to share. "I'm proud I'm the penguin with colorful hair." And that was Spike, the penguin with rainbow hair. What do you think it's like to have rainbow hair? Have you ever had rainbow hair? I bet it's really fun. If you'd like to own a copy of this book, the links to purchase it are in the description below. Thank you so much for joining us today. Do subscribe if you haven't for more stories like this. Give us a like or leave us a comment. We always love to hear from you. See you again soon. You take care. Bye-bye.